Austin City Limits Radio, 97.1 FM. It is Friday morning, and it is a special day in Austin. We're joined by Tom Gimbel, who is the general manager over at Austin City Limits and also the head honcho of all things Hi, How Are You project. Hi, how are you, Tom?
Good morning. Hi, how are you?
I'm great. And so we last year's Hi, how are you Day show at ACL Live at the Moody Theater was an epic event, marked in my experience by a little bit of difficulty getting in there. It sold out and it was a high demand ticket, which is kind of something that is not a problem this year because, as so many things have, Hi, How Are You Day is a virtual event that anybody and everybody can take part in. Tell us about the Happy Habit-A-Thon, which is going on today, Tom.
Yes. Well, I wish it was a hard to get into live event. We look forward to that every year.
It will be again.
And it will be again. A couple years ago, we had the Flaming Lips, and then last year we had Cage the Elephant headlining, and just an incredible lineup with Jason Faulkner and Spoon and White Denim, and it's such an amazing thing.
Yeah.
One thing people always say about the Hi, How Are You Day concert is it's so friendly, and it's all these people coming together, celebrating music, celebrating community. Obviously, we can't be together this year, so we didn't even want to try to do the virtual concert thing.
Right.
We don't want to take away from how special that event is. Like you said, we'll be back there next year, and it's going to be great. This year, we're doing what we're calling a Happy Habit-A-Thon, and that is encouraging people today and really for the rest of the week to engage in healthy activities for mind and body. And we created something called the Happy Habits that you can check out on hihowareyou.org. And it's all things that people already know are good for you: mindfulness, exercise, posture, eating well, getting good rest, all those things, but also having a hi, how are you conversation, being creative. I mean, we live in, I think, one of the epicenters of the world for creativity in terms of music and art. And music and art is healthy for our mind. Having an outlet that you can lose yourself in and you can express yourself creatively is healthy. And certainly for Daniel Johnston, his music and art was his therapy. It was medicine, where he really expressed himself and what he was dealing with. And that's what has inspired so many people, to follow Daniel's music. And I think it's also a reason why people have resonated with what we're doing at the Hi, How Are You project.
It's interesting how that becomes a cycle of the more of these things that we do, the more we can help each other keep ourselves straight. And, so many of us are coming out of a time of, some combination of isolation and stress and maybe even loss in a lot of cases. There's been such a toll with the pandemic. Right now is a time where we really it's really important to be mindful and to pull ourselves up and to do all we can to help ourselves through what we hope is going to be the last few months of the pandemic. So tell us how this works. It's interactive in nature. It's a very direct participatory sort of thing.
Yes, you can go to hihowareyou.org, and there's a register button. It's free to register, and you'll receive an email welcoming you to Hi, How Are You Day. You can still do it, plenty of time. It's actually something that we're going to be doing for the rest of the week. And pick a suggested activity, find something that resonates with you, something that makes you feel good. Ideally, share it through social media, share it with a friend, family member, coworker. Today is a day for people to check in on one another.
Right.
Here in Austin, I think we've been really proactive in promoting mental wellness. And as you said, this last year has been especially difficult. Isolation is one of the key culprits of mental illness. So if there is a silver lining around COVID, or one of the silver linings might be that the stigma around mental health conversations, I think, has been significantly reduced. It's still there to some degree, but I think it's really been reduced. We see star athletes like Dak Prescott and Kevin Love and actors and musicians and others coming out bravely talking about what they're dealing with. And that's really the first step to health is talking about it and being okay to talk about it. And so when we have a hi, how are you conversation today, what we're asking is, don't just say, hi, how are you in the usual way and accept your friend saying, I'm fine, I'm cool.
Right.
Ask that one more question. How are you really?
Right.
Let's check in, man. Let's have a conversation. I hope you're doing well, but if you're not, that's okay. Let's talk about it. And that right there is what we're really promoting. So do something healthy for the rest of the week. Do yoga, take a walk, meet a friend, do something that's healthy, share it, encourage others to do it, but most importantly, check in on one another.
Absolutely. Again, it's the Happy Habit-A-Thon. It starts today, goes through the rest of the week. HiHowAreYou.org. Did I get that?
That's right.
HiHowAreYou.org for the Hi How Are You project. This is what fills in for the usual Great Big Show and other stuff that we do at ACL Live at the Moody Theater, and we'll be doing again in the future. For now, staying safe and virtual with this thing. Not only the pandemic, but also the change that we've seen in government just over the last couple of days. I think, or I sure hope is giving people some optimism, moving into the new year. We've all wanted 2021 to be so much better than 20 was. The inaugural show, the virtual Celebrating America show that happened on the evening of the inauguration on Wednesday, I knew that Black Pumas were going to take part in some way, but I didn't realize that thing was going to be literally a shout out to the city in such a firm way that it was. For those of us who saw that, it was Black Pumas from ACL Live at the Moody Theater with the usual ACL television backdrop and highlighted again just straight to Austin, Texas in such a cool way. Tell us how that came about. I'm assuming they reached out to you guys, or was it something through the band, or how did that happen?
It's a great example of, the Austin music community, being close and together and working together to do something that obviously just made sense. But it was a call from Ryan Madsen, the managers of Black Pumas, saying, we've been invited to do this. We would love to do it at the ACL stage. We'd love to do it at ACL Live with that iconic Austin City Limits skyline in the background. And typically that's something we're very protective of because it is our signature and it's such an identifiable look.
Sure.
But it was, an immediate yes. The whole Austin PBS station was very excited to participate, and Colleen Fisher and the team at ACL Live were also, on board immediately. So it was, these three organizations coming together, and obviously it's all credit to the Black Pumas and just their brilliance and their meteoric rise. It's just been something we're all so proud of.
Sure.
Obviously a big part of the Austin music community. So my phone was blowing up as we were watching it on Wednesday night, and everybody just so excited to see it. So
Totally cool.
It was just one of those things, just came together.
Well, it's available. I posted it to my show notes yesterday, so that's up on ACL radio.com if you haven't seen it yet. And let's go ahead and roll the audio. These are the Black Pumas live from ACL Live at the Moody Theater as part of the inaugural event. Again, the Hi How Are You project, Happy Habit-A-Thon, is underway now and continues for about the next week or so. Find out all about that at HiHowAreYou.org. Austin City Limits General Manager Tom Gimbel, thanks, man, so much.
My pleasure. Look forward to seeing you in person soon.
Heck yeah.